will target and punish those who disagree with him or refuse to bend to his will. He calls these Americans the enemy within and says that he would use the American military to go after American citizens. Journalists whose stories he doesn't like, nonpartisan election officials who refuse to cheat by finding a few extra votes for him, judges who insist on following the law instead of following him. It is for reasons like these that General Mark Milley, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Donald Trump's top general, has called Trump, and I quote, fascist to the core.
How did we get here? How did we get here?
Do you remember back in 2024 when MAGA said if you vote for Kamala Harris, gas is going to go up, groceries are going to get higher, and we'll be at war with Iran within 1 to 2 years? Well, if you voted for Kamala Harris, that has happened. But the thing is what I don't understand is Kamala Harris isn't the president. Donald Trump is. Now, she did predict that this was going to happen, but a lot of people didn't believe her. Just like she said that Trump wasn't going to put America first, and he hasn't. He put Israel first, then went to Venezuela. Now we're at war with Iran. He just got back from China. That's 4. America's 5th. America's in 5th place.
Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, she predicted it. She talked about it. She literally let it all out. 2024, just like yesterday. And now the reality has kicked in. Welcome back. How are y'all doing? Thank you to all my return subscribers. I really appreciate y'all. And if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Please, on this channel, we bring everything trending, just like this right here. You like this kind of content? You want to be in the loop of what's going on? Don't forget to subscribe. And we will love to have you in the house. Please do not forget to turn on your bell notification and press the like so others can join the growing communities as well. Listen, a lot of people are just like reminding a lot of people, yes sir, the people are speaking for the people to listen, for the people to remember. Do y'all remember 2024? Just like yesterday. Wow, I ain't gonna lie to you. I loved the debate. The debate, I lived for the debate. The debate between President Joe Biden and the debate between President Donald Trump. The debate between Madam Vice President Kamala Harris and Vice President or Kamala Harris. You remember all of that. I love the debate because from the debate we are gonna listen to the truth. From the debate we are gonna be, we all pay attention. This is not where the music being played, you know what I mean? Where everybody eating, jumping up and down. That's the time that everybody got to stay focused. And the message always get passed across. Y'all remember when Madam Vice President, she predicted all of this, it was true. Why they were having the debate. Now the people are bringing the receipt that she said it. Now we want to ask her, how come she said it all and everything is coming to pass? I'm going to be rolling you how people are reacting. Go down in the comment section, drop your comment. Isn't this is too good for it not to be true. We always say this is too good for it to be true. But we all heard when she said it all out. We heard it. Now that everything is coming to pass, the people are bringing out the receipt. Let's go listen to how people are like, reminding the people. And we're going to say credit to all the creditors for giving us the opportunity. We That's really.
This would have never happened. I will get that settled and fast, and I'll get the war with Ukraine and Russia ended. If I'm president-elect, I'll get it done before even becoming president.
Well, as I said, you're going to hear a bunch of lies, and that's not actually a surprising fact.
Somebody does a bad job, I fire him.
This is someone who has openly said he would terminate, I'm quoting, terminate the Constitution of the United States. Donald Trump is weak and wrong on national security and foreign policy. It is well known that he admires dictators, wants to be a dictator on day one, according to himself.
See, I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy.
I think this is so rich, coming from someone who has been prosecuted for national security crimes, economic crimes, election interference, has been found liable for sexual assault.
President Harris was going to give us $20,000 if we were buying our first house. But you chose the eating the cats and the dogs guy. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. That's who you thought was a better choice. And now we're at war, and everything's more expensive, and that's who you chose. Thank you.
Harris was a prophet. Everything that she predicted Donald Trump would do, he has done in less than 18 months. He has started new wars. He has driven up inflation, not just at home, but global inflation as well. He has driven up energy prices. He is spiraling us into the biggest recession that anyone has ever seen since the Great Depression. So tell me, if you voted for Donald Trump, why exactly was it that you could not put the best interest of yourself, your friends, and neighbors above your misogyny and patriarchy?
Sitting here thinking, you know, Donald Trump is such an awful person. He is such a horrible president. And it's not like people didn't warn everyone that would listen how bad he was going to be. And sure enough, here he is. And it's just terrible. It's as bad as what we warned you it would be. And a lot of you literally laughed at us. You laughed and said, oh, yeah, enjoy the next 4 years. He's going to be great. He's going to be this. I don't hear from any of you anymore. You've all ghosted. You've all disappeared. Isn't that convenient? You're just running and hiding now. Like you weren't on here full force endorsing Trump. And now all of a sudden you've just literally disappeared. And you're not even on this forum anymore claiming how wonderful he is anymore. Because you know it's going to make you look like a complete piece of garbage. But just so you know, we know who voted for Trump. We know who you are. And we already think that of you. And it's never going to change. Never. It's never going to change for us. We're going to know and remember who voted for all of this BS that we're going through right now. And the pain that we're going to go through for the next 2.5 years. We're going to remember it. Trust me on that. And we're going to blame you. Oh yeah, each and every one of you. Forgiveness? I can promise you, no time soon. No time soon.
I was at a baseball game yesterday and I saw all these new young parents walking around with little bitty babies. It was only their first kid. You could tell because they didn't have any other kids tagging along with them. Kamala Harris was going to give them $6,000. Okay. Just so you know, $6,000 for your first child. She was also going to give you $20,000 for your first time home buyers. And now you've got a war. Now you've got a pedophile in the White House. You've got an orange man running rampant. Gas prices are soaring. His MAGA base is leaving him. People in Washington are abandoning him. The public is walking away from Trump. All the while, you could have been getting $6,000 for your first child, $20,000 as your first home buyer, universal health care for yourself. And again, now you've chosen a man who was hanging around with Jeffrey Epstein messing with underage girls. That's not a good look. And a man had also said on Air Force One that would probably be the closest he ever got to heaven, being 40,000 feet in the air. So I think you made a mistake. So I hope you feel bad now.
Without saying a bad thing about Trump, why should anyone out there vote for Kamala?
Great question. I think that Kamala Harris is a better candidate compared to Donald Trump for two main categorical reasons: policy and character. If we want to talk about character first, like she's not a 34 count felon. She's not a proven sexual abuser. She's not a religious persecutor that tried to ban all new Muslims from coming into the country, right? She also stands for individualistic rights, freedoms, and liberties, right? She wants to fight to codify federal protections for a woman's right to choose, ensuring, right, that the family dynamic is safe and we're not forcing 18, 19, 20-year-old boys and girls to be parents. If we want to talk about policy, she wants to fight for the average working class American. She wants to reduce income inequities, right, by uplifting the low and the middle class. We could also reference the fact that she wants to limit corporations from buying single family homes, further ensuring that, the younger generations especially can be a homeowner one day, and this will hopefully make that day sooner. We could reference how she wants to cap the amount of that any American citizen will pay out of pocket to buy pharmaceuticals to $2,000 a year, which is just a beautiful policy, keeping more money in the pockets of those that need it the most. And I mean, there's a plethora of other things that we could talk about here. But at the end of the day, I'd say why we should be voting for Kamala Harris is for progress. Okay. Let's make our economy better. Let's care about that average American. Let's ensure, basic human rights. And let's keep the guy that tried to stage a coup to overthrow the country in 2020 out of the office. It's very simple.
You know what? Kamala is better than me, because if I was her right now, I would have been rubbing it in y'all face this whole time. Y'all would have been sick of the amount of I told you videos that I would have been putting out. I would have had a routine of tweeting every hour on the hour of things that he said was going to happen if y'all voted for me that is happening now. I would have had an outro on every single one of my videos of him saying that he wasn't going to start any new wars, and then I would have clipped the part where he said that this war is necessary. This lady has too much content right now. She could post 5 videos every single day for the next 6 months about contradictions he said about her that is happening now. I would have been rage baiting so much, they would have had to delete my social media. I'm talking about every single day I would have been posting, how about them gas prices? I don't think y'all really understand. If I was her, you couldn't pay me enough to stop. I would have went on a I told you so tour. I would have went to every state that I didn't win and held a rally at the gas station. I would have posted me buying a new home, smiling with all my teeth showing, and my caption would say, "You bought a new home yet?" I don't think y'all really understand the amount of trolling I would have did. I would have went and stood in front of the White House and flexed a bankroll on y'all. And I would caption it something like, "This could have been you, but you ain't want to vote for a woman, I guess." All I can say is this lady is way better than me.
While you're listening to all of this online, do you think the people are now ready for a female president? Go down in the comment section and drop your thought. Do you think, now that we have seen how the men are handling the government, that it is time for the women to be given the chance? Now, what do you think? Drop it down there. We would love to hear from you. Let's learn from each other. Because now we can see all these men coming out, say, okay, they should have voted for Vice President Kamala Harris. So the question is, are we moving closer of having a woman as a president in the United States? Drop your comment why you think yes and why you think no.